Welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. Winter has arrived and the leaves aren't even off the trees yet. It is a cold one this morning. It's in the low 20s, but I think tomorrow it's going to warm up just a bit. But we got a lot that we have to take care of today. So the crew that built the building, they're coming back tomorrow. They're going to put the wainscoting up and these corner braces, and that'll be it for them. And then I can start putting up the siding. But I had forgot about something, and I'm glad I caught it. They asked me how thick the siding was going to be, and I said about 7/8 of an inch. And you know, that would land right on top of the wainscoting, that piece of trim, I forget what it's called, on top of the wainscoting, and it would be perfect. However, I forgot about the battens, which is going to be another 3/4 of an inch. So what I need to do is go get some 1x6 treated boards to build out the wainscoting 3/4 of an inch. So in other words, every post where the wainscoting goes, we're going to need like a 3-foot piece of 1x6. It won't be that many, but that will bump it out just enough so the battens on the board and batten will hit correctly on top of the trim on the wainscoting. If that didn't make sense, it will when it's all done. So I just ran out here to get a count to figure out how many 1x6s I need. The wainscoting will start right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, 6 on that side, 7, 8, 9, 26, 27. So that's 27 times 3. What is that? 60, 81. 81 feet. That is if they are 3 feet. I'll get just a little bit extra. I predicted the first snowfall to be on November 20th. It came about, I don't know, 8 or 9 days early. It's not going to accumulate much. Now down at the cabin, looks like there's a good couple 3 inches down there. That's just guessing by looking at the trail camera pictures, but I got a great story for you. Last night, well, it was late afternoon, a buddy of mine stopped over and we went for a ride in the side-by-side here, just kind of cruising around looking for deer, and I think we saw 3 or 4 different buck and some doe. But anyway, this one buck in particular is down over this hill here, and we were coming up the hill in the buggy, and I look over and he's standing right there. He's like 40 feet from the buggy, and he's sitting there. He looked like Archie, our dog, when the sun goes down. This deer could barely keep his eyes open. I thought something was wrong with him at first. I'm like, is he sick or something? And it had a real weird rack, real nice on one side, and the other side was just a big spike that went up and forked. Well, this buck's sitting there, and I mean, his head is literally like he's just got his eyes almost closed. He looked, physically, he looked healthy, you know. He wasn't real thin or anything like that. And I get out of the buggy and I start walking towards him. I'm like, there's something wrong with this deer. I'm like, hey, you okay? I'm yelling at the deer. And he's just sitting there, and all of a sudden he just kind of perked up and looked at me, and he just sprung right back to life and like bounced over the hill like nothing was wrong with him. I am convinced that deer is just exhausted from the rut, from chasing doe for the last couple weeks, and I think he was basically falling asleep, standing up, and just in this trance. I have seen him act like that before, but he was out of it. And but boy, when he perked up, you know, he kind of looked at me like, I was like, I'm getting back in the buggy. You know what I mean? I thought he was coming for me, but they get so crazy this time of year. And man, you got to be careful on the roads as well. It's just non-stop right now, deer running out in front of you. It's just every evening, even in the middle of the day. I almost hit one on our road just yesterday. It was a small 4-point. He just came shooting down right in front of the truck. But you got to be super careful this time of year. right, I just put on the Buffalo turbine. Oh yeah. I may actually have the snow plow on the front of the tractor and the leaf blower on the back if it keeps snowing. Like I said, normally all the leaves are on the ground by now, but not this year. They're definitely coming down quick though. I'd say about another week and a half they'll be done. But back to the building, I was all set to go get some 1x6s to build out the wainscoting. And then I got to thinking, that trim piece on top, it's still not going to be right. It's not. So I called Pole Barns Direct, talked to Adam over there, and he's figuring out a solution. We talked about it. I think we've got a good plan for it. It's just getting the materials, plus the crew is 1 day behind anyways with all the weather we've been having. So I think it'll still work out. They won't be here tomorrow. Should be here the next day if we can get all the materials. It's not much. It's just, we'll see. It's better to do it right. I was looking at it a different way that would work. And like Adam said, I'm not going to be happy with it. So let's get the right piece to go across the top of that wainscoting. So that's what we're going to do. But anyway, right now, I think I'm going to load up some firewood in the bucket. We're going through it right now. And we're going to blow some snow and some leaves. So it used to take me probably, I don't even know, 40 or 50 hours a year to clean up all the leaves. Now with this, maybe 2 hours tops, and that's about an hour and a half with this and 45 minutes with the backpack blower, getting like in around the corners and the chicken coop and stuff like that. Plus, with this, it doesn't even matter what the weather's doing. You know, before, you'd always say to yourself, oh, it's going to rain. I need to get the leaves picked up before it rains because it makes it more difficult. It doesn't matter what it does. I still try to play the wind with this, though. You know, sometimes it's blowing this direction. I'll just hold off till it calms down or the wind's blowing the other way, and it doesn't take long at all. But anyway, right now, I need to go load up a quart of firewood. Let me turn this off so you can hear me. This load of firewood is going to a family about 5 miles from here. And they have a son with a like an autoimmune disease. It's pretty serious, and they're constantly, from what I understand, going all over the country for treatments and things like that. So each year, we give them a load of firewood. And my buddy Zach Purvis from Black Knight Chimney, he donated a wood stove to keep them nice and toasty. So the least I can do is get them a cord of wood each year. And the only reason that's possible is because of, thought I saw something, because of you guys watching the videos. And we're able to give away probably, not a lot, 5 or 6 cords of firewood a year. And it's just what you do. You know what I mean? It's kind of the right thing to do if you're in that position. But I was listening to the radio, actually on my headphones. Normally, I listen to a podcast, but maybe once or twice a week, I'll just listen to the radio. Another week or two, I'll probably listen to it more because there's one station that just plays Christmas music from the end of November to Christmas. It's kind of nice, But anyway, I'm listening to the radio, and there's this ad. It's for AT&T or something, and the story goes like this. Some guy at work, like a service tech or something, I think he's with AT&T. I don't know the whole story, but you'll get the gist of it. He goes to some house. He realizes it's super warm in the house in the summertime. It's real hot. Gets to talking to the lady. She says that her air conditioner is broken. And then he finds out that they have a child where like high heat can be a problem or something. So he called his supervisor, and they go through this whole story. He calls his supervisor, and then his supervisor called his boss, and through the AT&T, like hometown help program or whatever it is, they donated a $500 air conditioner so this family could stay cool, which is nice of them. Don't get me wrong, okay? But every time I listen to the radio, this certain station, I hear that ad 4 or 5 times every couple hours. You know what I mean? So AT&T, they're a pretty big company. You know what I mean? They donate a $500 air conditioner and then buy radio ads for months. I don't know how much. It just doesn't make any sense. If you're in a position to help someone, just help someone. That's. Oh, and by the way, this is load number 18. 18 cord delivered in the new dump truck. Well, 17. This will be 18 after we deliver it. So Melissa's going to go with me on this delivery because this one's pretty sketch. Really tight driveway, a tree, power lines, and traffic. The one time I went down there, I talked about it in a video. I had my dump trailer. It was right before Christmas, and I'm trying to back the dump trailer in. Plus, when you come up off the street, it's real steep. It's just hard to get into. And I get my trailer in there, and you start dumping, but then you have to pull out from under it. So now I'm blocking the street, and this lady in a pickup truck just lost her mind because I delayed her for like 30 seconds, and it's just a tough place to get in and out.
Yeah, you're good. more. Do you want?
Melissa's getting the rest of it with the rake there. I'm real close to all the wires. So you see why I'm not a fan of that driveway?
I know now.
Yeah, that's tight.
Wires.
Wires, trees,
Cars going around the front.
telephone pole this side.
Yeah.
It's tight.
It is.
All right, it is first thing in the morning. Got a few hot coals in there. We're gonna throw a little fire starter in there though, get things going. It's actually much warmer today than it was yesterday. Yesterday, it was like 20 degrees in the morning. I think it's 38 this morning. Big difference. But a lot has changed about the building since we talked yesterday. I'm going to go over that in just a minute. And by the way, I'm just looking on my calendar here. Fire starter will be available on the 22nd. That's coming right up. That's a Saturday. And we'll have a bunch of boxes of 10 because a lot of people like giving it away as Christmas gifts. But anyway, the building, a lot has changed. Yesterday morning when I started this video, I thought I had come up with a solution for the board and batten matching up to the wainscoting on the building. I was gonna have them build everything out like 3/4 of an inch. That's not gonna work. I mean, I could have, it's just not gonna work. I called Pole Barns Direct and I talked to Adam and he said, you're just not gonna be happy with that. So we were looking for like a bigger piece of trim on top and he said they will make anything that he needs. So what he did, he made a phone call and somehow they're making the proper trim this morning and they're gonna pick it up today. This all just happened yesterday afternoon. They're gonna pick it up today, get it to Dave. That's the guy and the crew that built the building. Later today, and they'll bring it tomorrow morning and install it and everything will work perfectly. That is the driveway alarm, by the way. It sounds like I don't know, it's a bell that rings. But anyway, yeah, they're gonna come tomorrow instead of today. And also, they're gonna put up all the wall girts as well. So all I'll have to do is put the siding up. Those guys, they'll put them up so fast, you know? So I'm gonna go pick that up today. I'll take my trailer. There's quite a few 2x4s we're gonna need, but I'll get all that later today, have it out there, ready to go, and we'll be ready to put siding up the following day, which is fantastic. And then get that all done. We got a lot of ideas for out there. We have to wire it, even though we don't have electricity out there. I'm gonna use one of those jackeries to power it just for lights. You know, we'll put some nice LED floods on the outside, some lighting on the inside, and when we're working out there, we'll have plenty of light. I don't expect to be doing things out there late at night or anything like that, but even this time of year, you know, it's dark at 5 o'clock in the evening, and it'll be nice to have some lights. But anyway, I think that's about it for today's video. I appreciate y'all being here, and like I always say, if you are a subscriber to our channel, hit that bell icon, make sure you get notifications when we upload. If you're not a subscriber and you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. Hope you're having a great day, and we'll catch you on the next one.